Hello, I am going to go over how to add an appointment or a consultation form into Therap for somebody that you support. First, you're going to sign in, and there are a few ways of going about this, but I'm going to show you the most simple way. So go to your individual home page. This will show you anybody that you've recently accessed. If you haven't accessed somebody for a long time, they could absolutely drop off. So you may have to try to type their name in, and then when their name pops up, you click on it. So under health tracking, there's going to be a lot of options. Different things that you might use could be the appointment section. If you're checking somebody's glucose, you might be checking it and documenting on paper, or you may be utilizing Therap. There are different tracking reports that are typically used by nursing. Immunization, again, that's from nursing. Height and weight. Lab test results is usually just nurses. And then there's seizures, which staff use frequently, and vital signs. A lot of staff use that. So what you want to go to is appointments, and you're going to click new. And let's say the date of the appointment is tomorrow. You're going to add the date, notification level. If it's a routine appointment, it's going to be low. If it's like a follow-up to a hospitalization or an ER visit, that's typically medium. And if it's a hospitalization, it's going to be high, like an ER visit or something very urgent out of the ordinary. I'm going to say that this is just a low routine appointment. And then you're going to choose whether it's scheduled or if it's completed. Those are pretty much the two that you'll be focused on. So if it's scheduled, you'd add the date and the time. So we'll say 1 p.m. and it gives us an hour or so. Then you want to add who the consultant is. If the consultant is already added in Therap, they may come up very easily. So I'm going to use Tough Dental as a example. So let's just do regular Tufts because we don't know the name of the dentist. Okay. Automatically, whatever is entered in as the specialty type will show up there. The location, we're going to say it's at the office, and then it gives you the address that's on file. Keep in mind that this might change. I have seen where doctors go to, 4 or 5 different locations, and then when you click on that particular doctor, only one office location comes up. So the reason for the appointment, this is going to be a regular dental cleaning. Make sure that you're not clicking annual dental screening. This is only a gum screening for people with no teeth. It's only done once a year, but a dental cleaning means that they're getting their teeth cleaned. So teeth cleaning, and this is done every 3 to 4 months at Tufts typically. And if they don't go to Tufts, it's every 6 months. So then you're going to write a little description. This is just a routine cleaning. Last appointment. I can't type. I can't actually see. Appointment. Last appointment was, we'll say it was March 1st, 2026. All right. So this is all the information you need to put in for the appointment, and then you submit it. You don't want to hit save because saving it will only save it for you and nobody else will be able to see it. So that way you can go back to it later. But you want to submit it so that way it's broadcasted on Therap. Now, let's say you're the staff person that takes them to the appointment the next day and you need to upload a consult. Go back into appointments and instead of clicking new, you're going to go to search. And here's the appointment that we just entered. So we can click on that. And now we just want to upload a file. It's going to tell you that you cannot upload anything above 3 megabytes. And it doesn't mean that 3 megabytes or over cannot be uploaded. You can actually upload up to 10 megabytes, but this way you can only do it 3 megabytes. So we're going to browse the computer and we're going to do fraud prints. Fraud prints. All right, we'll just upload this. So you want to add a description. This is the consult. And then upload. Now, there is another way. You can upload a document, and this is where you'll have to go to add a file, and then go to individual document lookup, and we can search for which file we want to look for. And I don't know when we uploaded it, so 2026. We do have something here. So this was under the general documentation or documents, and I'll show you where that is stored, but I'm going to add that. So those are the two different ways you can upload. And then you can write a comment down here with their next appointment. Let's say December 8th, 2026 at 10 a.m. You're going to submit it, and then you're going to actually go to back to his profile and put the next appointment, which is going to be December 8th. 2026. It's scheduled and it's going to be at 10 a.m. And it's with Tufts. Office. And again, this is going to be another dental cleaning. And at the bottom, you want to make sure you hit submit. Okay. And I will show you where the document storage is right here. So if you have something that's larger than 3 megabytes, but it will not let you upload it, you can actually add documents here. So we have a couple of training practice consults uploaded, but you can add new documents. So we're going to call this a consultation report, and you put today's date. We don't need to put valid to and from unless it's something that expires. This is, let's say you have a dental consult large file. 8/17/26. Then you add the file. See how you can, I'm just going to cancel. You can upload up to 10 megabytes. So we're going to go back into frog prints. And we can upload another. All right. Now, going back to frog prints and going to the health tracking, going to appointments, you can click search. I'm not going to put anything in these fields. I'm just going to search everything. I do want to point out that you can make the appointment dates in order, either descending or ascending. So I'm going to change it to newest first. So I can see that this is scheduled over here. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't change this from scheduled to completed. So I'm actually going to do that now. Appointment was completed. And go back to the bottom and submit. All right. I'm going to go back to my list. And then here's all of my appointments for frog prints. So this is an easy way if you wanted to type in physical exam and see his last physical was March of last year. So he is due for a physical, overdue for a physical. So I hope these tips help you. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to myself or any of your team members.